Hey everyone, it's Jody Jones. How are you guys doing? So I just had this really cool experience that I wanted to share with you. So sometimes in my job as a medium, I have tough readings that I do. And by tough, I mean, sometimes I don't always get the loving grandparents that come through and want to talk about Christmas dinner and family memories. Sometimes I get the spirits that have come through that are, they've had short lives, and sometimes they've actually taken their lives. And so some of the people and clients that come to see me for readings are, parents that have lost children and spouses who have lost partners. And these humans are hurt and they're suffering. And when they come to see me for readings, they're usually in a pretty dark place. And I know it's so hard for anybody to really understand the magnitude of how this feels, as a parent, to lose a child or to lose somebody that you were really, really close to that didn't get to live a long life, or, as what we would consider to be a long life as humans. And I'm so incredibly thankful for the spiritual foundation that I have created in my life, and that the amazing team that I work with, my guides and my angels, who from the moment that I've stepped into this lifetime have been with me, helping me to develop these tools and giving me insight and knowing into that there's so much more than what we see on a human level. And I was really reminded today during a reading from Spirit that came through that there's such a big picture to death and to dying. And part of this, again, is, our, understanding as humans of it being an ending. And from a soul perspective, we are energy, and energy never dies. And we just change shape, or we change form. And I get to know this over and over again because I channel spirit every day. But for most of you, it's kind of just you're hearing somebody like me say this, or you're reading it in a book, but it becomes very conceptual for you. And so I did a little meditation today after my reading, because it was a challenging one. When I bring through spirit, and it was a young spirit that passed, and when I bring through that kind of energy, it's a little bit draining on me. And so I did a meditation afterwards to kind of just ground my energies and clear my energies. And so, of course, when I'm looking for that after I meditate, I love to tap. And you guys know how much of a fan of tapping I am. And so I said to my guides, what would help me? What would help me on this today? What's going to be helpful for me? And so I found this great Brad Yates tapping on surrendering. So surrendering, the letting go and letting God, right? We've all heard this. And I think that this came into my awareness because part of what happens is, as humans, some of us have a rougher life. Some of us incarnate into what I call the accelerated life lessons. And some of us, reach places in our lives when we're wondering why, we're in the why me, I would never choose this. And so I'm clearly getting that part of this is the surrendering, the, allowing ourselves to have faith in a bigger picture than what we are seeing, allowing ourselves to remember that we are so much more than these humans that are having these human experiences of suffering and grief and loss. And part of that is surrendering. And so I found the tapping video very, very helpful. And it's, to me, and you can substitute it, surrendering and allowing God. You can substitute the word universe for God, which is what I do. Just because of course, the God is universe to me. It's a much bigger energy than thinking that it's one entity or one being. So I want you guys to think about this. And I know, if you get a chance to go and see a medium, or you get a chance to have a reading with somebody and have your loved ones come through, and you get the experience of the wisdom that Spirit can come through and give us on why things happen and how things happen for a reason, and how there's a big picture and a big plan that plays out ahead of us that we're not always aware of. But part of that is the surrendering and allowing and trusting and knowing that everything happens for a reason, and that there's no such thing as a coincidence or an accident. And I think part of this lesson for all of us is, at any time in our life that we feel like things are not working out, or they're not working out the way that we want them to be, or we're experiencing something that's difficult, a difficult situation, like losing somebody that's close to us, we really need to allow ourselves to go into the space of surrender and allow ourselves to just be in a place of total surrender. And I know for some of us, like myself, who, tend to be a bit of control freaks, this can be difficult sometimes. But I love how Brad says in the video how, we are going to we're going to surrender, and we're going to give it up to the universe, and we're going to allow whatever is supposed to happen. This also does not mean, though, that we are just going to say to the universe, okay, there you go, you do it all for me, you take care of it, because that's not how it works, right? We know that we are going to we need to get into the vibration of surrender and allowing, but we also know that we need to take the steps that we need to do to whatever it is that we're working on or we're working towards. So yeah, so that's it. So the energy of the vibration of surrender, I got to tell you that sometimes, when somebody asks one of the really hard, difficult questions, and I'm able to say, I don't know, or I don't have the answer for that, it really, really just feels like, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't have the answers for that. And it's in that moment that I literally am surrendering to the universe. And that is so freeing. It's absolutely such a freeing sensation and experience to have. And I hope you will give yourself more opportunity to do that, more opportunities to say, I don't know, I don't have the answers, but I am going to surrender to the universe, and I know that the universe has my back always. Okay, I hope you guys have been doing your meditations and doing your tapping, and I hope that you're looking for new ways to increase your vibration and keep your vibration up there. And I hope you're calling yourself on any of the human BS that we like to put in our way, or any of the self-sabotage tricks that we are so good at doing. I'm going to continue to check in with you guys whenever I get called to, whenever Spirit comes through to me. Know energetically in the group that my team, has got you guys in this little view. And so they definitely check in and make sure that everybody is on path, and will give me a heads up if anybody needs a little bit of help. Just want to let you guys know that this week, so Thursday, February 15th, I'm live on Facebook on my Being in Balance page, doing psychic readings. I absolutely love doing these for everybody. They're so much fun and a great way to connect with everybody. So if you're online, it's 3 p.m. Eastern time. You can pop online and say hi to me on there, and I will try and do as many readings as possible for everybody. Okay, that was just my quick tune in. So you guys want to join me for a second, and I'll call in my team, and we will hit you guys with a huge, huge wave of surrender. And everybody can just take a big, deep breath after and feel that energetically you are just, allowing yourself to be in the hands of the universe. Okay, everybody closing your eyes, bringing your awareness to your breathing. So slow, deep belly breaths in through our nose and out our mouths. And as we tune in and connect with the group's energy, we are infusing you with the vibration of surrender. We are reminding you that the universe has your back. And we are reminding you that you are part of a big picture. You are part of the big picture. Awesome. You guys have the most amazing day ever, and we will talk to you soon.